Hi everyone, welcome to Homerino Collectibles, where today I'm going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Avengers Age of Ultron War Machine. This figure is part of the Hulkbuster wave, and as you can see it comes with the head, which is the Build-A-Figure piece for the Hulkbuster armour. And if you want to check out the review for the Hulkbuster Build-A-Figure, that review will be coming once I've done everything in the wave. Taking a look at the side of the box, we have a nice image of War Machine right there. Coming around to the back, you can see a small bio and a picture of the figure itself. And then down here we have everything else in the wave and the Build-A-Figure right there with the numbers corresponding to which pieces can be found with which figure. So I've already done the review for the Marvel Now Iron Man and Valkyrie right here. And the next review is going to be Blizzard. So stay tuned and subscribe for the rest, but for now, let's get this thing open and take a closer look. And here's War Machine out of the packaging, and this is an absolutely awesome figure. I already love this mold from the Iron Man 3 wave. There's a couple of things that are different with this figure than the other one. One would be quality control, and the second one is something to do with the sculpt itself. So first of all, this figure does actually come with an extra accessory that the original one, which was actually the Iron Patriot, did not come with. So if I just take this guy off this stand right here, which obviously I don't really need to say doesn't come with it. So here we have the accessory, which is the faceplate up look, and this is absolutely phenomenal. Even better than the Tony Stark head that we got with the Mark 43. This just looks absolutely awesome. So as for the one difference to do with the sculpt with the Iron Patriot, which is right here, is the fact that here we have an open hand for the repulsor blasts, whereas here we actually get two closed fists. I do really like the look of that, but obviously if you want this guy with open fists and firing, you're not going to be able to get that look at all. So unfortunately, you're only going to be able to get him, firing his cannon and whatnot, which is fine, but it is a bit of a letdown, really. I really do love the look, of the two fists. But I know a lot of people probably would prefer to have that hand. Now, what I would love is to have a ton of interchangeable hands. Unfortunately, we're not going to get that with this figure. As you can see, besides the repaint, though, it is exactly the same mold. We do get a bit more, paint on the back than this one, which is a nice look. Still, we get this strange weapon where obviously, technically it should be able to move around on this joint and be in both holes, but when you put it in the other hole, it doesn't work because it's just right behind his head, so you have to put it on an angle, and it's just kind of strange. Like, it's all hinged up in the mold, but really actually needs physical hinges right there. Now, the quality control issues that I have with this figure, you're not really going to see them too well on camera, and they don't really matter too much. Here you can see there's just like a little kind of smudge in the plastic there, where something's probably just touched it whilst it was still warm or something. I can get something warm on that and try and take the whiteness out of it, but other than that, it's perfectly fine. There it is, compared to the opposite side, so you can see there is just a bit of white right there. And then the other issue is, on the gun right here, that one's fine, but this one you have little bits of plastic sticking up there. The end looks kind of melty, as if, again, it's touched something whilst it was warm. It just doesn't, look and feel as good as the other figure. But that's it, really. Apart from that, there's no other quality control issues. All of the paintwork is really good. I really love the eyes and the reactor right there in the chest. I think that looks amazing. And as for the overall colour scheme, this figure I absolutely adore on a shelf. It really, really stands out. It looks really nice and metallic and awesome. And then this one has, a few kind of silver speckles in the paint there for the black, which isn't like a jet black. It's got some kind of, because of that speckliness to it, it has a more kind of grey feel, which looks really, really nice. And then the silver is toned down just a touch from that other figure right there. And I'm really, really happy that we finally get this armor in the proper, War Machine colors. So as for the decals, I'm not sure if he's supposed to have a shield logo on him anywhere. I'm not sure if these decals, which are exactly the same as this figure, still apply to this. I haven't really looked into that, but if they are the same, then great. If they're not, I don't really care too much, to be honest. At least they have actually applied them as opposed to just not using them at all. And even though we don't get that open repulsor hand, which is a bit of a bummer, we do get the interchangeable head, so that is very nice. So, as for the articulation, let's just start with the gun. We have the swivel down here, it's obviously removable. We have a hinge here, and then it also swivels around at the top right there. The head is on a ball and a hinge, so as you saw at the start, it has good left and right, but it also looks up well, which means that you can utilize the, well, I wouldn't say ab crunch, I'd just say diaphragm, because it goes forward barely enough, and then, you know, back is very, very good. So as you can see, you can get him in good flight poses. He looks up very well when you utilize that joint. He also moves left and right on that joint, which is ratcheted, and also pivots side to side as well. The shoulder pads are movable, they go up and down, allowing the arm to move all the way out and all the way around. We also have a swivel right there, double jointed elbows, which do move. This is just stiff, there we go. And then the hands rotate all the way around and pivot in and out. As you can see, they haven't painted the repulsors inside there. I don't really mind with them being closed fists. With this one, it was open and it was unpainted, so that didn't look too great. So, you know, no paint there, no problem. The legs move forward and back a good amount, out to the side all the way. They rotate at the upper part of the thigh. We have double jointed knees. And then down to the feet, because of all this armor at the bottom here, there's really no point of having any articulation down there at all. They move side to side a little bit, they don't really have any pivot, and they don't really go up and down. There's pretty much no movement in there whatsoever. So on the left here we have the Galactus series War Machine, which I've already done a review for, and on the right we have the Iron Man 2 War Machine, which is very small in comparison to this guy, which I will be doing a review of very soon, so obviously stay tuned for that if you want to check that guy out in closer detail. So just replacing War Machine with Captain America right there, you can see that he does stand in good scale with other figures from the line. He is a little bit taller than other characters, which is great for obviously someone in a suit. So a very good scale for this figure indeed. And then here we have him standing next to the Iron Man 2 Mark IV style Marvel Now Iron Man on the right and Valkyrie on the left. Both figures are from this wave, and both of those reviews are already up on my channel, so if you want to check them out, go ahead and check out the links in the description below. So I think that this suit is the best thing that came out of Iron Man 3, and I'm so glad that we got it repainted as War Machine in Avengers Age of Ultron. And I really, really do love this figure. It's a very accurate representation, the paint job is awesome, and you know, obviously we could have a better gun, we could have interchangeable hands, but at least we get the interchangeable head, which has a really, really awesome character likeness. And I would definitely 100% recommend picking this figure up, even if you want to put it in a comic display. It really does look awesome. It doesn't have to be confined just to a movie figure. It really does suit any display. So thanks for watching, guys. If you want to check out pictures of these guys and more, go ahead and check out my Instagram and Twitter. It's Homerino123, and links are in the description below. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, and if you want to see the rest of this wave and many, many more reviews, go ahead and subscribe. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.